Welcome one and all. Love Them Knives channel. We got the NOC MT-06 in the house. And it's a flipper knife. And I just showed you how you can fail to flip this. And you know why? Because here's the thing. You flip it and this comes around and hits you in the finger. So it didn't get the opportunity to get all the way over and lock up. So you got to watch that. Now, you can do a lot of things with this knife. You can open it with a thumb stud and you can therefore get the hell out of the way. Or you can just kick it up against your pants and kick it open like that. Absolutely. I mean, with these Karambit knives, you want to have multiple opening options. And if you get your finger out of the way quick enough, come on, let's do this. Let's see if we can do this. You slide it back and then you're out of the way, just like that. But it takes a little bit of conscious thought to do that. See what I'm saying? Although, finger in the hole, flick it open. There you go, like that. So put your finger forward like this, and you can get hoss on that right there like that. And from my understanding, this is M390 blade steel, and it's definitely not billboarded up, is it? There's the MT-06 there. No writing anywhere else that I can see. Here's the thing, at $296. Yes, it's M390, it's titanium, and it's a frame lock, and it's not very big. 6.5 inches basically overall length, 2.5 inch blade, cutting edge 2.2 inches. Etc. Stonewashed satin, so it's like stonewashed on the, and I can do it like this too if you want, roll it around, but stonewashed on the grind and satin on the flats. I don't know what it is as far as blade thickness goes. Looks like it's going to be 4 millimeters. It's 0.154. That's going to be really close. Yeah, basically 4 millimeter blade. So overall, let's see if we can get behind those screws on there. 15 millimeters, about 6/10 of an inch, and that's back behind these screws. So might get a bit fatter on top of them. Yeah, 0.62 then. Pocket clip. So, you know, self-defense type of knife. And it's comfortable. The ergos feel pretty good. And it looks, what does it look like? Is this steampunk or something? That's kind of how it hits me. A very, steampunk kind of look. And there's your lockup. And it ain't heavy. Although, I mean, anytime you don't have a heavy lockup, it's better than something that goes 100% over. I mean, this you can modify. You can take a little bit of material off the end of that lock face and it'll migrate across a little bit. So you can make it heavier if you want. Or I imagine over time, it will wear and it will get stronger than that. So, I mean, it locks up. It's not folding up or anything, but that's pretty dang light. Backspacer. All the way out. Titanium. Anodized. You can get these. I think there's, you can just get a regular plain color too as far as silver, whatever. So without getting the purple, they're calling it blue. 5.6 ounces. I don't know. Let's find out. Close it up, lay it down. Well, 158 grams. That's heavier than I thought it was. It doesn't look that heavy. Yeah, 5.58 ounces. So it's not a lightweight for even for as small as it is. But yeah, a little box cutter. Actually, you know, like I said, self-defense. Let's take a look at the tape, tail of the tape. See what we got. Well, what do you want to call it? 67 millimeter blade length. And so I call it 2.65, although 2.3 maybe as far as cutting length. And overall, way out to here is 7 and 3/8 now. And that is the equivalent to 18 and a half centimeters. Although if you just want the knife part, then you've got 16 and a half right at 6 3/4, well, 6.5 inches. So that kind of gives you the rundown on the stats. I think the looks are interesting. I'm not sure about karambits. I don't have a lot of experience with them. I want to put it on the camera for those people who've been entertaining thoughts of this and never really just saw it in decent quality video. You know what I'm saying? And so that may be helpful. And we will disassemble it, like I was saying, so you'll get to see. I mean, I think they said multi-row bearings, etc., and that wouldn't be unusual for MaxAce to do. So, but yeah, I think the ergos are fine on this, and I like the design. I'm not a big karambit guy, and I'm not sure about folding karambits as opposed to a fixed blade karambit. I would think a fixed blade is kind of an always ready thing, whether it's a neck knife or however. You pull it out, it's there. This one has to be deployed, but you do have a lot of different ways to deploy it. Thumb stud, finger flick, flipper, or, by striking it against something here. So, I mean, no matter how you want to do that, there's a lot of different deployment techniques here. And nice thick blade stock, and for really close up, if you just want to use the knife for some close up cutting, this is comfortable choil area to get into. And there you go for that too. But it's easy to disengage across here. You can see that it's a little higher, so it's easy to disengage. Drops nice, centered. I'm not getting any blade play or lock rock, anything like that. Detent, well, it's not shaking out like that. And I don't think I'm not putting any pressure on the lock bar, because the lock bar's this internal piece here, and I'm holding it here, so. But no, I mean, the detent just doesn't feel all that strong to me. And that's probably a good thing, because if you're going to finger flick it or have all these different deployment methods, then you don't want a really stiff detent. So I'd call the detent, about a 4.5, somewhere in there. Although I'm not throwing it out, but it's a very short blade. Fit and finish looks pretty nice on here. Take a look. Pretty solid little piece. Well, let's see if we can pull this thing apart. Take a look inside. Just like that. And what are we looking at? Here's the back screw. Here. Okay. So these little, come here. Let's keep you guys together, since I've never disassembled this before. And this, with this front piece, And of course the big pivot. And now we have this. And now we have, oh yeah, the pocket clip was part of this piece here coming through. And these were as well. Now, we've just dropped this little piece. So you can see this wasn't all one solid piece. It fits in here. Okay? See what I'm saying? So that screw, that tube, goes through there, holds that in position. And I'm just going to see if I can pull this side off. There we go. Okay, so we do have multi-row bearings. And here's this. It's held on from the inside. So, no, I'm not going to take that off. I don't need to. Pretty clean. Pretty damn clean there. Okay, then take a look. Ceramic, multi-row ceramic bearings here and here. And, of course, this is... this is the washer that went in here in the titanium. Okay. There's the back side, and of course it's just a pivot tube with screws coming in from both sides. And of course a steel washer, multi-row bearings, ceramic detamp ball, and hardened steel insert. You don't have to worry about over travel because you got this outer area here that, I can just pull all this away. If I wanted to pull these tubes out through here, I'd pull everything away on both sides. I don't see the need to do that. Just to clean it up and take a look at the internals. We can pull these parts and they'll be just like that. So, in fact, I'm having to kind of hold it together. But they'd be just like this and this on the flip side here. You see what I'm saying? So, there you go. That's the knife. So you got some outer, parts here that fit on top of the liner. And then from there, it's pretty standard fare going back. So we want to reassemble this. Put this pivot up through here. Just like that. And it's not D-shaped. It's round. Okay. Put our bearings back on here. Maybe juice them up. Those are nice big multi-row, ceramic bearings. Nothing wrong with that. And then, of course, there's the other side. And, of course, bearings in here. Just a little bit of juice on top of that. Just like that. And then, of course, coming through the back side is our pocket clip with this. And here it goes. Okay, so now we got all these things we're trying to balance at one time. And of course we can put our washer right on top of the bearings if we want to. Snap this together, and I just lost this, which was coming through from here. There you go. All kinds of craziness. Whoops. And the tail piece, of course, we need to get the little ring through here, as I had put the pocket clip through but had not put the ring back on. And now we're getting there. And there it goes. So now we've got this, which needs to sit down in here. Just like this. Get us started at least. We can swing around. Put the big pivot screw in here. And of course this rear piece. Pull this up and put it in here. And this in here. Get it all joined up. So you really only have to tighten it down from one side. Okay, and here's our pivot, which we want to make sure we've got this pushed through properly. There we go. And let's not get too intense on it, right? Want it to function smoothly. Nice drop. There you go. Cool. Yeah, that'll work. Make sure we don't have any play. No, there's no play. Okay, we're good. NOC Knives MT-06. Yes, we do. Got it back together. Multi-row ceramic bearings. Multiple ways of deploying with the thumb stud, the cutout, and of course the flipper tab plus like that. However you want to do that. Bam. And it's a big wild mess, isn't it? It's good looking. I think there's just a lot of visual appeal here. Or at least to me there is. I think that is probably one of the wildest looking but kind of coolest looking karambits I've seen, period. I'm going to let you go. Thanks for hanging out. I hope that was enough to kind of give you a feel for how the knife's put together, you know, and how it functions, etc. Take care, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me. And we love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.